Well, what's poppin'? This is Zain. Just wanted to make a quick video on why public defenders are good people, why court-appointed attorneys are your friends. Yesterday, I made a video on if you can't afford an attorney, why you should get a public defender if one's appointed to you, or a court-appointed attorney. So a lot of times people will say that you shouldn't get a court-appointed attorney or a public defender because they won't work as hard for you. And I'm here to tell you right now, fuck all of that. Fuck all that bullshit. Fuck all you know about all of that, because it's not true. Public defenders and court-appointed attorneys are also attorneys that work very hard for what they do. A lot of times they're just attorneys, just like I am and another person is. So for you to say that public defenders and court-appointed attorneys are bad people or aren't necessarily looking out for your best interest, it just doesn't make sense, because they're also regulated by the state board, just like any other attorney is. They follow all of the professional rules. They do everything a normal attorney would. If anything, they're doing you a favor by working with you and helping you out because of the unfortunate circumstances you're in. You should be thankful. So a lot of people will hear that public defenders are bad people, like I was saying, and they're not good people. You need to ditch that mindset and trust a public defender and a court-appointed attorney, because they will work hard for you. Let me tell you this: before I was a licensed attorney, and even when I was a licensed attorney, I did some pro bono work for my local public defender office, the Dallas Public Defender's Office, and they are great people. Yeah, granted, they have a high caseload and whatnot, but these guys are great. They work hard. They do everything a normal attorney would, and they're there for you. They keep in touch with you. And they're great attorneys. They if you can't afford an attorney, I don't understand why you would talk down on a public defender or a court-appointed attorney. You should be thankful, because they're fighting for you. They're just like normal attorneys, and they'll work hard just like normal attorneys would. So for you to say that public defenders are bad people and you shouldn't get one because of whatever reason you've heard on the media or your friends saying some shit, you shouldn't get a public defender and all this crap. I'm here to let you know that public defenders are good people. They care about you. They're not out to get you. They're not out to hurt you. Again, they're regulated by the state board. So you should trust your public defender just like you would any other attorney, and be thankful that you actually have one. So where public defenders come from is a case called Gideon versus Wainwright. That's the main case that set this. That's the main case that set this precedent. There are more cases that applied it to other non-felony cases, but Gideon versus Wainwright was where the felony case. That's where the precedent was set. It was a U.S. Supreme Court case which required states to give public defenders. So I'll put a link in the description below, but I just want you guys to know that public defenders are good people. You should trust them, and if they're given to you, you should go with them, and they work just as hard, if not harder, than regular attorneys. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I did want to talk about that. I do have a website coming soon. And that will be mostly for Texas clients that want to book consultations with me for their legal issues, and I'll talk about that more as the days progress. But that's all I wanted to say. Just wanted to throw that out there about public defenders or court-appointed attorneys. If you are stuck choosing if you should get one or hire an attorney, if you can't hire an attorney, obviously you should get a public defender, because that's what you're limited to. And you shouldn't worry about if they're gonna represent you to their fullest capacity or not, because usually they're good people and they work just as hard for you. So that's all I wanted to say.